Invested.
Welcome to another episode of Invested, where we talk about the ever-evolving world of the creator economy and our $17 million Regulation A equity crowdfund on Start Engine. I am your host, Isaac Hayes III, and to my far left is Noah Washington, head of comms and partnerships at Fanbase, and back again. You're a crowd favorite. We got it.
I love that.
You make it go. Is the wonderful Tamisha Harris, producer extraordinaire of all things news and media.
Yes.
Glad to have you back.
I'm so happy to be back.
You inform the people.
I do my best.
No, I'm telling you, like I'm always, so since I've been doing this with social media, like the post that you're a part of, like I always I still get the notifications and the posts that you're a part of are still in my feed going viral and people are talking.
I love that.
Have anybody been hopping in your DMs and be like, hey, I mean, in a good way?
Oh, okay. No, it's always in a good way. It's always very sweet.
In a respectful way.
It's always respectful.
There we go.
It's never not respectful.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Because some people just be using Instagram to just date.
No, never. No.
Okay.
No.
You just,
It's always respectful, and I see them even if I don't acknowledge them, I see them.
I see them. Oh, that's crazy. That means Tamisha done left you on red.
It's very sweet.
That's what I like about. One thing I like about DMs is you can kind of look at the message,
right?
Acknowledge that you've seen it,
right?
So it's like not having to answer the phone to somebody you don't really want to talk to,
right?
So like,
that's a good point.
I won't look at that yet. I do that on Fanbase all the time. I go on my request and just see what they talk about and be like,
yeah,
I'm not gonna accept that one because somebody complaining about the app.
Yeah,
I'm like, go to customer support, shake your phone. How you been though?
I've been doing amazing. I've been really well.
That's
Thanks
good.
for asking.
We're glad to have you. We're glad to have
a lot going on. Listen, there's a lot going on since the last time we spoke. Yeah. Since the first time I was on, we see everything has happened just as we all said it.
And just as Tamisha has said it, Tamisha predicted the end of the world.
All right. Wait. Let's not
predict it.
Oh, Jesus.
Tamisha predicted the end of social media as we know it correctly with media.
We're in danger. If we need to get information out, we can't be censored because even though these networks are being censored in a lot of ways, we can't afford to be censored. If we need to get information out to our people, then it needs to get out urgently. And so that's why I called you. I said, Isaac, we had the conversation. Fanbase is an emergency because when we start getting this, and when things start happening and we have to get the information out, the news out, we can't afford to be shadow banned. We can't afford misinformation and disinformation.
I mean, since then, like Jimmy Kimmel got kicked out there.
Jimmy Kimmel got kicked out.
We got to tell that story.
Oh yeah, that was
a funny story. So
that's funny.
So here's how much Tamisha knows, and the rest of us don't. So,
we were out.
So we were out, and then I saw they said, "Oh yeah, Sinclair Broadcasting is not going to air Jimmy Kimmel's show, right?"
Yeah.
And then and you were like, "Oh, they're going to take him off the air."
I said, "Yeah, they're."
I was like,
you were like, "There's no way they're
going to take Jimmy Kimmel off the air."
I said, "He's out of here."
And by the time I refreshed my phone,
it was gone.
Disney had fired Jimmy Kimmel indefinitely.
And then I said, "He's never coming back."
He's never coming back.
And then I said, "The only way he's going to come back is through the people."
Exactly. She said that, and as soon as she said that, I canceled my Disney Plus subscription.
Yeah, you did.
And then we found out today that over 2 million people canceled their Disney Plus subscriptions.
I canceled it too.
Yeah.
Well, there you go. Everybody. Yeah. I don't know if I'm coming back. I'm saving myself 24. You know, though, I'm saving myself some money because they raised the price.
They do.
Right.
Yeah, they say we go. They're like, oh, y'all left us. We're gonna pay to get job back. Y'all gonna have to pay to get back to watch Marvel and Star Wars.
Right.
Y'all have to pay to watch.
And Hulu. What is it?
Hulu.
That show that's on. that's on Hulu that
the
everybody
one
loves.
No, Abbott Elementary is when everybody was.
Yeah, but
No, but
there's
she's
another
talking
one.
about. All right, I can admit this.
Reasonable Doubt.
So I
Yeah,
have to admit,
Reasonable Doubt.
I did.
Everybody loves that.
My boy is a writer on the show, so I'll admit this. I did subscribe to Hulu after I canceled my Disney Plus, just to support my boy. You know what I'm saying? It's like
that.
I don't want to like if they have the whole cast is black, the crew is black.
That's one.
Like,
That's one with Morris Chestnut.
yeah, and they film it here in Atlanta. Okay. So I was like, all right, I gotta at least support this one show.
Yeah,
but I only watch Reasonable Doubt. When Reasonable Doubt is done airing, I'm canceling it again.
Listen, that's something we got to talk about. Like, how do we, a lot of people talk about, the black creators and how do we continue to support them, and then the black retailers. Well, the retailers who are in
Target.
And how do we continue to support them? Do we go to their website and support them? So that's something that we need to.
Tabitha Brown actually kind of went into it a little bit, right? When the Target, but she said, you can, what I'm paraphrasing, you can boycott Target, but still buy my stuff.
Yeah.
I mean,
that is what it is. But I mean, like Hulu, they have the Onyx Collective, right?
Yeah.
Which is where Reasonable Doubt production side is. And so I want to support that so they can keep doing some more good work, but it's difficult.
I'll say this. Listen, it doesn't take long for them to get their act together.
not at all.
It will not take long. Like, we can boycott them all. We can boycott and they'll get themselves together. And then the black people, the black creators and the directors and the shows will be right back on.
Yeah, came back on like 3
Yeah, but it don't take
it was less than a week.
Exactly. How much did they lose? We said it last week. Like what?
No, they lost $4 billion.
Yeah,
$4 billion in value.
Yeah, they're not going
but Tamisha was right. She says like the economics are what all that matter.
Yeah.
And people have talked about that with a lot of the things that are going on in the country with the administration, just sitting out collectively on everything. Like, don't buy gas, don't buy food, don't buy anything. If you really want stuff to change,
if you really want
these companies are moving like they don't think nobody finna do nothing.
Exactly. And it won't take long.
Yeah.
It will not take long for them to move.
Yeah, because what happened with Publix? Because now there's people want to boycott Publix.
Let me look.
Yeah. I always say it. Whenever I said Noah's quick on the keys, I'm like, Google it.
I love that.
So Publix did something, and to I think it had something to do with some black creators or something. It had to do something. And they said we need to boycott Publix.
Oh, I wonder what that was.
Man,
that sounds juicy.
I shop at Publix.
I'm with it. Yeah, and I'm with it. I'm with a good boycott.
Oh, okay. Here we go. So on Facebook, the Hungry Black Man posted, so Publix promised a Black Literary Festival founder that they were sponsoring the festival next week in Duval, and then told the lady, nah, we're not sponsoring no more cause climate. So tomorrow we're going to light social on fire. Fuck they talking about?
So I guess I said climate.
Yeah,
they said Publix said. So Publix said they were going to support a Black Literary Festival, and then they pulled their support.
Oh yeah,
and they said because what?
Climate.
Let's see. Wait a minute. Let me go back to it. I was looking for a news source for it.
Yeah, because you went straight to the cursing in social media.
Right. Exactly. Like, yeah, I need a real source here.
You're gonna light them up.
No, they just said that they just were sponsoring more by that post. Let me see if I can find a legit source. All right. Okay. No, nobody's picking it up outside of social media.
Oh, okay.
Well, yeah, I just saw the people saying, because somebody said we're boycotting Publix now. I'm like, dang, man, I get my blueberries from it.
Oh, they're so blueberries are so juicy from Publix.
Okay, it was in Duval and Jacksonville.
Okay.
Due to the political climate, after insisting they be the only sponsors for the event, which led to these Black authors being sabotaged by Publix. Oh. This is from social media.
What's the date on that?
This is 2 days ago.
Okay. So, well, I mean, boycotts do work. Now, if y'all gonna boycott that fried chicken at Publix, I don't know. I've never had Publix fried chicken, but I heard it's really good.
I get my sushi from Publix.
Okay.
So
shout out to Mario. We hope you're doing better. No, one of our team members
had gas station
ate some gas station sushi.
Oh wow!
He turned
in a real bold move.
Yeah.
He
must have been starving and delirious.
No, he looked red in the face.
Because I actually thought he got a tan, and I was like, he's like, no, I ate this sushi, and he went home early.
But gas station sushi?
Yeah, I would never do that. I would never do. I wouldn't gas station sushi.
Real bad decisions.
Yeah, that's
well. Let me ask you a question, sir.
Yeah.
Why are we here?
We're here because we are talking about the creator economy as usual, but we're also in the middle of a equity crowdfund on Start Engine, right? So anybody wants to invest in Fanbase, and a lot has been happening because of the whole TikTok situation and what's going on with that. Investments have been picking up because people are concerned that TikTok is going away, which is a good thing. But yeah, the climate is uncertain, but you can invest in Fanbase and have equity in Fanbase. You can go to startengine.com/Fanbase invest and get you some equity in Fanbase right now. If you comment invest on this post that you see, I will send you a link to invest in Fanbase directly, and you can have equity in the company. Ownership is important. I think this is a time where creatives should actually own the platforms they use. This is a really good time to take advantage of all this instability and own part of these platforms, because there's a lot of shakiness going on.
Yeah. So you ready to get into our first topic?
Absolutely.
Let's first take a minute to congratulate Kai Cenat. He has officially broken 1 million Twitch subscribers. So this is the part where like we get the sound to go.
Oh, okay. Yay. The audience claps.
Take a minute.
Yeah, congratulations.
Kai Cenat broke a world record. He was the first person to ever have 1 million subscribers on Twitch for his Mafiathon live streaming event. So for those who don't know what Mafiathon is, basically Kai Cenat streams live for 30 days in a row, 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. And people watch him, and he has guests on, he has his friends on, and they try to hit a subscriber goal. And the last subscriber goal, the last Mafiathon, he got like 720,000 subscribers, 700 plus thousand subscribers.
Crazy.
And he wanted to break 1 million. And part of him breaking the 1 million mark was, if he had got 1 million subscribers, LeBron James agreed to come and cut off Kai Cenat's locks.
Oh my goodness.
Which is crazy. Because anybody who has locks, they never cut them off.
Yeah.
It takes a hot minute.
Yeah, it takes a while. Yeah. Well, Kai's had his locks though for a good.
For a while.
His hair's grown since like 20. He's done about 5 years.
I know people who don't even think about cutting their locks.
Like 20 years.
Exactly.
Like Busta Rhymes, and then your head look like a Shar-Pei. It was like, yeah, that Shar-Pei head.
Yo.
But you know, the Mafiathon thing is crazy. I think Kai is really pushing the limits of what it means to be a content creator, and especially in like IRL content, because that's, I mean, 1 million subscribers. Let's do the math. What's 3? I think Kai Cenat gets more than half the money. So let's just say he probably gets $350 a subscriber. So he made $3.5 million in a month. You know what I'm saying? Probably more than that.
Let's see. I'm just curious myself.
It's $3.5 million. 3.5 million.
Jesus, that's a lot.
That's a lot of money.
That's a lot. That's no joke money.
And he's only like 22, 23, 24, something like that.
Jeez.
So, you know.
Just doing something, it kind of goes into what you were saying last week, right? Even though that Twitch isn't a social media platform, it speaks to how we use them as toys, but now they're tools.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. No, he's actually changed. I mean, Twitch was a video game streaming platform.
Yeah.
And that once like IRL became part of that whole thing, which is basically like just showing your real life at all times on a platform.
Yeah.
He innovated. I call him like the new age Johnny Carson to me. He's like the new age, like, because he's had an enormous amount of celebrities on there. So celebrities come on there. So he's had Kim Kardashian, Mariah Carey. He had this one. I'm saying this particular Mafiathon. He had Kim Kardashian, Mariah Carey, Lotto, Ice Spice, Snoop Dogg, Kurt Franklin, Ray J, which is one of the funniest things ever that you will see.
Oh, really?
Ray J did some weird SHIT on the Mafiathon, but I don't know. But the first part was funny when he came in the shower and he had a speedo on because he wanted to shower with Kai Cenat the last time. And it was so.
I wonder what people who just heard that sentence without knowing any context of it are gonna think from that.
Well, okay. Well, we'll put it in a clip. Yeah. Well, Ray J's appearance he had 2 appearances on Mafiathon. The second one was out of bounds. It was totally paused. I didn't even tell you.
I feel like everything he does is
every year.
Particularly lately.
Yeah.
I want to, can we double down on something you just said for a minute?
Mm-hmm.
So you just called Kai Cenat the new age Johnny Carson.
Yeah.
I love that.
I like that too.
Yeah, that's a great metaphor. Yeah. So having that in mind, him being a Black creator, what does this mean for not only the creator economy, but media as a whole?
That media is not TV. It's in your hands, and then there's no bounds on what you can do. Because he did some amazing things. Like he had Winnie Harlow, and they did a fashion show. He went skydiving. He jumped out of a plane.
Nope.
He jumped out of a plane on stream.
Yeah.
Live on stream. They do all these just fun games and events and meet people and inspirational, things. And so I think he's just changing the way that we watch TV, because most people aren't watching it. Like I actually watch it. So I'll go home and say, let me see what Kai's doing.
Yeah.
And turn it on. And they'll be in the middle of having some sort of pool fight or throwing water on each other or whatever it is, or they'll be freestyling, or he'll be doing something crazy. So I think it just, when you're dealing with, that box, that rectangle, I think it changes when it's like, oh, I'm on my phone, or I can take the camera anywhere,
I think, for me, just coming from a network's perspective, the VTV, the perspective of network TV, it underscores how Black creators are no longer just the talent, but they are the cultural engine, and they are the platform. They are the distribution outlet. They're everything. And so you no longer have to go to these networks and pitch and beg and please play my demo. You know what I mean? Please listen to my demo. It's like you no longer have to do that. You can just create, focus on your community, focus on building your community, even before your algorithm. Focus on building your community and focus on the marketing. And you can create your own ecosystem.
I wanna veer off just a little bit and ask your guys' opinion on this, right? I think what you just spoke to was the democratization of this whole media system, right? So what do you think stops people from achieving Kai Cenat levels of success? Is it personalities? Is it the content package itself? What advice would you give to people who are looking to go down that road?
I think abandoning the rules. I think Kai took a medium that was there. I mean, first of all, he was in a medium. He was a YouTuber. What happened was he was a YouTuber, and then he started going to Twitch with gaming, and then he became part of AMP, and they brought him in. The weird thing about that is, and the AMP thing is, Kai is like the chosen one in that sense, because AMP had already existed. So that whole clique of them were together, and then they let Kai join, and then he became the biggest one out of all of them, which is really, really weird. But it was great that the guys let him come on. Duke Dennis, Chris Next Door, Agent Zero, Phantom, and Davis, and all of them became all the AMP, and then they kind of brought Kai in, and he became this like superstar. And they're still AMP still together, but Kai's just blossomed into his own. I think most people don't have the dedication and the commitment to see something through, because it's most of the people that are successful in especially on social media, you don't know when it's going to happen. You just have to stay consistent. There's a formula to everything, right? I saw this post. Matter of fact, Charlamagne had it posted on his page. A woman was telling Charlamagne on the Breakfast Club, there's a formula to everything. If you do, and she said this, if you go on ChatGPT and say, how do I become a successful streamer or successful on social media, and tell ChatGPT to give you a 365-day plan, if you did everything they said for 365 days, you would probably become successful. But the problem is people don't do that. You're not going to do it for 365 days in a row. You're not going to put in the hours.
I think too, I was telling a friend of mine, she was wanting to come on one of my shows, and she wanted to be an entertainment contributor. And I told her, I said, be the part of you that you want to hide, the part of you that you don't want anybody to see, that you're like, oh, this doesn't fit in. That's the part we want to see, because that's what sticks out. So I think if people would focus on being their be your full self.
Yeah.
And then you're going to stand out. Just focus on being your full self and actually loving what you do, and not looking to your side to see what the other person is doing. I think that's what keeps people from realizing their full potential when they are comparing themselves and looking, okay, what is she doing? Or what is, what are the aesthetics of this? No, find out what your own aesthetics are. Find out what your weird is. And that's what we want to see.
Oh, I like that. Say that again. Find out what your weird is.
Find out what your weird is. And that's what we want to see.
That's a bar. Clock it. I don't know if I do the clock it teeth.
That was good. Yeah. You did it. You did it well.
Why? Yeah. I can't. I don't. Are we supposed to do that? I don't. Am I?
No. You do just what you did. That was enough.
Yeah. Just clock it. Yeah.
Just clock it.
Yeah. I don't need to.
But no, that's really true. Because then you'll show us something we've never seen before.
Right.
Yeah. Show us something we've never seen.
Wait a minute. Have you ever seen a 27-year-old in a sweater vest?
What?
I like your style, Noah. I think you are so dope.
Thank you.
What are you wearing, Noah? Look to the camera. What do you have on today?
Oh man, I'm wearing my boy Archie Clay's Brain Love mock toes. Yeah, he just released these in collaboration with Mark Nolan.
Okay.
I got the Banana Republic wide leg, a shirt from Old Navy, and a sweater from Zara. And I got this cool like ring clock.
A ring watch.
Yeah, a ring watch.
Normally I would ask, to do something designer with your socks.
Yeah.
However, I think that it flows very well for you.
Thank you.
Noah is two things I must say about Noah. He's the most unique person I know. He is authentically himself all the time. And I love how you support Black designers.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Noah always tries to wear something every episode by a Black designer.
Oh, that's dope.
Yeah.
And
if it's hats, if it's jackets.
Yeah.
Oh, we got to promote that more then.
Yeah. He does
every
week he has a Black designer.
Yeah.
And he wears something on the pod every week that's a Black designer.
Yeah. Go back, our recurring viewers, to check out what I got on.
Yeah. You need a link or whatever and get you some brand sponsorship.
Exactly. That's right.
So Kai has closed out Mafiathon with a sleepover at Kevin Hart, him and Drewski, which they're funny. Even when I saw the trailer to that, when I saw the trailer to them doing it, it's called like The Last Sleepover. It's very, very funny. And I feel like they need to do a movie together. The three of them.
Yeah.
Like somebody need to come together with a movie and figure it out.
Drewski, Kai, and
Kevin Hart.
Oh yeah, it would be hilarious.
They're hilarious.
They are
improv all of it. They're completely funny. And then Kai's getting his hair cut. And we'll see what the new Kai Cenat looks like when he cuts his locks off.
Well, I want to get deeper into this for a second.
Okay.
What does hitting 1 million subscribers mean for monetization and financial independence, not just for Kai, but every creator who's looking to replicate his model?
So every time he does this, every time Kai Cenat breaks a record, he's pushing the idea that subscriptions are here, right? It's the norm in the way that people are going to monetize and consume content. And I think that light bulb is going to start to go off in people's heads. Like, oh, okay, I can get subscribers. The thing that I don't think the disconnect is I think people think they have to do what Kai Cenat does. Because even a lot of the creators that I knew that were once on TikTok have left TikTok and gone to Twitch. And they went to Twitch because of Kai. And it's like, that's not it. You can become the star of any social media platform, just utilizing the tools that are there in a unique way. But I think it's really opening the eyes that it's not about brand deals. It's about subscriptions. And I'm looking forward to the day that Kai has 10 million subscribers and he's making 30 million a month or that kind of revenue. And that's coming very, very soon. And it's just the way and how fast people consume content. So I think he's breaking the mold and showing young people that subscriptions are here, which again is part of like when we built Fanbase, I wanted to get past the credit card part. The credit card part is where you lose people, right? Where you got to put in your credit card and the CVV and all that kind of stuff. So I want to do the in-app purchase way. So it's quicker to get somebody to just hit a couple buttons or a face scan and you subscribed. And I think that is the part that's really going to be insane.
You know what? In 2019, you called this.
Okay.
That subscriptions, we're in 2025, about to be 2026. So that's like 6-7 years, about to be 7 years ago. You called that subscriptions were going to take over the world. And now even the airport has a subscription you can subscribe to get through the line. You called it.
Oh yeah. Wait, what is that?
That was a what's it called? Clear.
You just try to clear to move everything. That's what I'm saying, because it's like
subscription based.
recurring because it's month over month recurring revenue that you can count on.
Yep.
For services or convenience. I get to cut the line if I subscribe.
Yeah, convenience is everything.
100%.
Yeah.
I mean, the word subscriptions have been around forever, right? I mean, honestly, your phone bill is a subscription. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Your cable bill is a subscription. Your light bill is a subscription. Your car note is a subscription. Everything is a subscription.
Yeah.
When they started charging for computer programs, that's when I knew the jig was up. When you used to download Microsoft Word or download Photoshop and buy the program,
Yeah.
and they're like, no, you got to pay $100 a year for this.
Yep.
That was it. That was in my mind, like, oh, okay. And content is the same way.
Yeah.
I want to, before we transition, I want to ask this question. How will Kai Cenat's success inspire of a new generation of creators to think bigger, not just about content, but about ownership, equity, and building communities that last?
I'll let you answer that.
I mean, I think that when you think about 1 million subscribers, there are some networks that don't have 1 million people watching on a day-to-day basis. And so I think that young people we all need to think about, ownership and what happens when, I'm always going to go back to what's happening with TikTok and the government managed social media, because that's what's happening and that's what's going to happen as long as we have this administration. And so what I want people to consider is, remember that this is all rented landscape for us. And so what happens, what do you need to do in order to own your community and build a platform off of either get on a social media app that is not government run, government managed, Fanbase, and I'm serious about that, or own your community. Get off of the rented landscape. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. So explain to people out there that don't know, why is there such a big concern for government-owned platforms? Like, what does that mean?
Yeah, it's a huge concern, because what happens is if you look at what's happening right now with how networks are being censored, that's the same thing. And how networks are being censored and how we are softening our language as to not offend an administration, that's a big deal. And so the same thing with social media. When the government runs the social media app, what that means is the algorithm is going to curve to whatever agenda that government has, that particular administration has, whatever content they want to raise to the front, to the top, that's what's going to go to the front. And so people think, okay, well, I don't have a politically centered, page.
Mm-hmm.
Anything that is Black is political. Anything that is our culture is political.
Yeah.
When you think about the museums and how the erasure of our culture is happening, that's political. So you may think, oh, well, I just have this dope fashion brand. It's still our culture. It's still the engine. It's still influence. You're not thinking, you don't know how big you are. And that's the problem. We don't know how big we are. We don't understand that we're the engine.
Oh,
everything we do.
So this is a good segue into the second topic we want to talk about, which is the TikTok's U.S. ownership deal moves forward. So President Trump signed an executive order for TikTok to be owned completely, majority by U.S. investors. That investment group includes Oracle, A16Z, Silver Lake Partners, Michael Dell, and Rupert Murdoch's at Fox.
You mean AKA the Legion of Doom?
Right. And there's a Saudi company, I think, that might be involved in owning part of TikTok as well. And so it leaves China or ByteDance with 19.9% ownership of the platform. And they valued the deal as $17 billion, which I feel like is undervalued.
Yeah.
I feel like
for sure.
I feel like it's worth way more than that.
Yeah.
MGX is the company.
Yeah, that's right. Because that's the one that just bought, because MGX just acquired EA Sports. and everybody's worried about that because everybody's like the Saudis just bought The Sims, they just bought Madden, they just bought all these what does that mean for people being able to? You're worried about foreign entities having access to your data, but what do you think? You think the Saudis are gonna have? They're gonna have access to your data. They're gonna have access to you on EA and all that. So FIFA and all that kind of stuff in Madden. So they're gonna have access to that.
Jesus, that's incredible. So let's get into it. So with the U.S. ownership and new board leadership, how do you think this will change TikTok's policies around moderation, data, algorithm design?
Oh, you go first, and I'm gonna go ahead and really crack it off.
No, I mean, it's what we said. It's that suppression. It's whatever the political agenda is. If you are not a part of that, you're getting suppressed. That's it.
Yeah, this is this is an absolute propaganda machine now, right? Actually, it's funny because Taylor Lorenz wrote an article, like another article somewhere else. Who we talked about Taylor Lorenz before, but it said TikTok is about to go full MAGA, right?
Trump. That he talked about that. He had a comment about that. He said, I know everybody thinks that I'm going to go full MAGA, but I'm going to be fair.
He did say that. I did.
Yes, he said that.
Now, do we think that's the reality?
You ask the people out there, do y'all think it's going to be a reality?
Do y'all think it's going to be reality?
No, I mean, okay, this is what I hypothesize, right? That they're going to come in and they're going to screw it up. Yeah. They're going to make it not fun.
For sure.
They're going to drive away millions and millions and millions of creators because they'll only show content that is favorable to the president, and it won't be fun anymore. And these kids are going to be finding new platforms. That's to me what it means is, I know that the algorithm, I mean, people were talking about this, and is that how Oracle, Larry Ellison really wants to surveil the entire country. He's big on surveillance. He's actually sold surveillance software to China, which is actually funny. That Oracle has sold surveillance software to China, which is ironic that we were worried about people China having access to your data,
right?
But Oracle is the one that's actually creating the software that lets you surveil everything, and they've done that. You can look that up, Noah, too.
This is what he said. This is crazy. Larry Ellison once, I got caught off by an ad.
He basically
once predicted that citizens will be on their best behavior amid constant recording. Now that his company will play a key role in social media.
Yes, it's monitoring it's watching you 24/7. Now look, I think there's some good things that can come from technology and monitoring and seeing people, right? Now, whether or not that gets manipulated or not, because we all seen Minority Report. We all know predictive policing and all that kind of stuff. And you can switch some stuff out and manipulate what a camera looks like. So I think there's some things. There's always there's always positive things that can happen. But I think for the people that have enjoyed social media and really liked and have fun and enjoyed TikTok and really like it, I think it's a bummer because people have spent a lot of time building community on there. I think that there's going to be a new app. I'm predicting that app will be out by the end of this month, the end of October. I think the app will be out by the end of October. I think they'll try to transition everybody over, and we'll be ready for that mass migration that happens.
Let me ask. I want to ask a question, right?
Mm-hmm.
Putting this back into the history of journalism, right? Most of us are familiar with the term yellow journalism, but that didn't stop people from reading newspapers. My question is, do you think that the migration will be smaller or bigger than what we may predict?
Migration from TikTok.
Yeah, to other platforms.
I think that initially, because this is not going to take effect until, what did they say, March? In terms of the actual development of everything getting transferred over.
No, I think it's supposed to happen I think they're going to launch a new app in October, and they're going to shut down the old TikTok in March of 2026. Okay,
March of 2026. I think that they're going to do their best to keep things look the same. They want things to look the same initially, is what I would think.
Yeah.
It'll be a slow, and then all of a sudden,
April is going to switch up.
It's going to switch up. That's what I believe. I think it's going to switch up once people get like, oh, okay, this is not so bad. Everything is okay. And I think things are going to get really really ugly, I think.
I think
What does that look like? I don't know.
What's your take, Mr. Hayes?
Well, the last time when TikTok went down for 12 hours, we got over 400,000 users in a few days.
Yep.
So if people are leaving the platform or not comfortable or staying on the platform, and I've heard from a lot of people that they're not going to stay on that platform, it's an opportunity for us. I'm here to capitalize. I was all here to say, listen, as soon as that new app comes out, download Fanbase. Before you do, migrate all your TikTok content over to Fanbase.
Yeah.
Like right now, like migrate your content over to Fanbase now, because we're going to take as much of an opportunity to exploit this for the betterment of people that don't want to be censored and are down with free speech, and actually just live up to what we feel social media could be should be, because it's not fun anymore.
Yeah.
Now it's gone from being a toy to a tool, and everything is how can we manipulate the system. The prime minister of Israel, like he was talking about.
I always mispronounce his name, but
Netanyahu.
Oh,
Netanyahu.
But I just saw a video of him. I saw this video of Netanyahu, and he was basically saying we have to fight wars with the new weapons. It can't be. He literally said this out loud.
Yeah.
It can't be armies.
He said it's not swords.
Mm-hmm.
He said it's not cavalries. It's not drones. It's social media.
Propaganda.
And he said the most important weapon today is social media, and the most important deal going on is TikTok. And I was like, well, why he so concerned about TikTok like that? If he,
Yeah,
I mean, that's scary. Like he said,
Yeah.
TikTok is,
Because we say, and you've said this, that social media is a tool, but social media really is the foundation. It really is the foundation. They're building foundations on social media. They're building movements on social media, and they're real influencing is happening there, and influencing is what makes things move.
What makes social media so powerful? It's TV that doesn't turn off.
Yeah.
It's on 24 hours a day, 7 days a week.
And it's everything you want.
It's
all the candy.
Everything you want.
Everything you want.
And so if you wake up in the middle of the night, it's on.
It's on.
And so my point is the opportunity to reach people 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, it's better than that. We don't even look at these TVs in here.
Mm.
We have some pretty nice TVs in this office. I don't think we haven't turned these. We've been here over a year and change now. I don't think we've turned these TVs on 10 times.
Yeah.
No, we
because everybody's on their phone.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Wherever they are.
Yeah.
You could be at a funeral and you're on your phone.
Well, right. It just doesn't.
Yeah, you're on your phone.
You're on, and so that connectivity is really, I think, something that is an advantage to manipulate people or make money or reach your audience.
And all of that.
Yeah. And all of that.
Yes.
So it's like, so in the right hands, it's great. I can reach my community. I can build community. I can do the right things. I can raise money. I can have fun.
Mm-hmm.
I can shoot content. In the wrong hands is we got to stop these people from taking over our country.
Yeah.
Posts all the time.
Right.
Hype people up to go, do some wild stuff.
And the wrong hands is all let's simultaneously go bomb churches and shoot people up and
Exactly.
set fires, and in the wrong hands it could be very dangerous. But organization, when you're organizing, that could be very dangerous.
Yeah.
When you can reach millions of people to organize with you, and that's why it's so important that we are organizing in a lot of ways.
Or counter organizing actually against the opposition in the
Absolutely.
same way. We have to be using the same way. Again, I'm so disappointed at all. Listen, where are y'all rich liberal billionaires at? I'm telling you right now. Like Mackenzie Bezos, call me.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
hey, what's going on? Or,
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying? Or
And she just gave, how much did she give to HBCUs?
70 million.
To UNCF,
Yeah, she gave
Yeah.
70 million to HBCUs or Bloomberg, hit us up. I mean, the crazy thing that people don't know about Turning Point USA, even furthering an agenda, they were getting $95 million a year in donations. Just funded $95 million a year to just talk, imagine getting $95 million a year just to push an agenda.
Just to push an agenda.
Just
That's
push
why
an
social media is so important. It's the foundation of what these people need.
$95 million a year
Yeah.
to push an agenda.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, the other, again, the arrogance of the left or Democrats or obviously people that live in like the blue cities, like everybody that live on the coastal cities, think they run the world. New York, LA, Miami, all that.
It's middle America.
And the middle is like, they bought the infrastructures. The
They got
same
the
people have the same type of money, and they bought those infrastructures. And so now that's why you can kick a Jimmy Kimmel off the air, or that's why you can buy a TikTok.
Yeah.
That's why Elon can buy an X. And that is the misstep that that we make. And so somebody better, we're going to be the platform for the planet, but somebody better step up and start balancing the scales on this, because it's going to get overrun.
It's going to get overrun.
We're just going to see too
It
much.
already is.
It already is, yeah.
I was watching Citizen Kane the other day.
Really, Noah?
Yeah.
Look at the camera and say that. So
I was watching Citizen Kane.
How old are you?
27.
Why are you watching Citizen Kane?
Because it's the greatest movie of all time.
Okay.
So right next to Eddie Murphy Boomerang.
Unreal. I love it.
My taste is far and wide.
We know. I mean, but I was like, I'm watching Citizen Kane the other day. I'm like, okay, go ahead.
But what I loved about the movie is it was speaking of public good versus private interest, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So my question is TikTok today's Citizen Kane, which is claiming to serve the people while regulators warn its private ambitions may outweigh the public good?
Oh, yeah, absolutely. And we already know that. We see that, or they wouldn't have bought it.
Yeah.
For
If
sure.
if the intention for them to not turn this into a propaganda machine, they wouldn't have tried. They wouldn't have been so interested in buying it.
Yeah.
And Trump wouldn't have had so much. He literally handpicked who's going to be a part. There are tons of people that wanted to be a part of the TikTok deal, but he picked.
sure.
Trump knew exactly who was going to be part of that deal. Like you, or I won't sign. I'm not going to sign.
I'm not gonna sign it. Yep, that's exactly.
And kick me back a little bit.
Yep.
Didn't y'all say he got a finder's fee?
It was
Yeah. Wait a minute.
well, he didn't confirm it, but he also did not.
And somebody say he got like a finder's fee. And
He didn't deny it.
maybe he got a
yeah,
finder's
like a low billions.
low billion,
Yeah.
a low billion finder's fee.
A broker's fee.
Yeah, broker's fee for bringing the deal together. I'm like, yo, that's the grift of all time. But yeah, so I mean, the community of those individuals that he's bringing together is just very. You already know. I feel bad for the creators, but again, it is an opportunity for us. Like I said, it's an opportunity for creators, and I say this all the time, for the creators that feel like they're not going to have a home. You can bring your content to Fanbase. There's 3 things that I think that we're focusing on that we already did, which is our recommendation engine, which we've been working on all year, simplification of the app itself, right, making it easier to post, and making it easier to use for people, and then we're focusing on Flix. Like Flix is is our short form video editor, which is like our version of TikTok, and we're going to need you guys because we want. We can build something better than TikTok. Like you start from scratch and say, if you could build this, what would you want in it? What would you want your short form video editor to have in it that TikTok didn't have, and what is missing in it, and to have equity and ownership in it? Which
Wow.
is why, go ahead, Noah.
That's a great segue into why we're here.
We're here because I want content creators and social media users to own Fanbase, to own the platform that you use. You never got to own TikTok, and look what happened. They took it away. You never got to own Twitter, and Elon bought it and turned it into a hateful, microblogging site. You never got to own Instagram or Threads, and they on there posting Antifa stuff. And that's real, by the way. I want to address that for a second.
Yeah.
I want to address that for a second because, okay, so briefly last week, this is what happened. Because I think there's something to talk about. So last week, somebody sent me a message that was under a user, Ben Baller, his page, that said this user might be associated with the terrorist group Antifa. Be careful. And so what happened was I wanted to verify the source. So I went to Ben's page and I saw that underneath his post, right? But when I reached out to him, he goes, I can't see that. He goes, I'm on my page looking at the post right now. I'm not part of Antifa. I can't see what everybody else sees. So then he sent me a screenshot of what he sees, which is nothing, and then what everybody else was seeing. Now, the interesting thing about that is you could copy the text of the message written up under the community notes that were written up under the post. And so people were taking that and reposting it, saying it was a hoax. And my point to the people that don't understand or didn't believe that is, when have you ever been able to copy a different font of a text inside of an app, Threads, Instagram, and then use it. If that was the case, we'd be doing that every day. Somebody be using that to make some funny joke every single day.
Yeah.
And so a lot of people did copycat and make it, but there are people only saying, oh, it's a hoax, it's fake. No, what happened was Instagram was kind of probably soft launching, or somebody within Instagram allegedly probably put that messaging and let it leak out there. And then they're trying to say, oh, that's not true, because you can't do community notes like that. You can't just, everybody would be using that all the time. We would do that all the time. Again, when have they ever? If that's the case, then, and why would we do that? Why would any app let you take a message and then be able to copy that message and then take it and turn it into whatever you want to and share it? So since then, people said, oh, it's a hoax. I'm like, nah. And they saw it on their Kev on Stage page.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I don't think Kev on Stage would do that. I don't see a reason why Kev on Stage would call himself part of Antifa. There's no reason for him to do that. So no, that was a real thing that was happening. And that's kind of letting you know what's going to happen over at Meta. So we've never owned these platforms. Yeah. And so I want people to own the apps they use. So again, go to startengine.com/fanbase and invest. The minimum to invest is $399. That's 60 shares of stock in Fanbase at $665 a share. We're at about 13.25 million of our $17 million equity crowdfund for Fanbase. And it's really important because the capital that we raise, this is an independently funded startup. So we don't get money like the big boys do. If we did, it wouldn't even be a competition right now. It wouldn't even be a contest. Yeah. If we had $100 million, $200, $300 million, we wouldn't even Fanbase be the number one app in the world. We're doing the most with the least by far. But what I like about this is in this phase, in this stage of the company, the users can own it. And we're about to move into a new era. There's going to be look, like it or not, there's going to be a bunch of new social media platforms. That's what I love about things not lasting forever. I like the fact that TikTok is like, yeah, it's just showing people we need to think about the future.
Yeah.
And be part of what's going on. So go to startengine.com/fanbase to invest and join us.
Wow. What a great segue.
I know.
Into our next segment.
Drum roll.
Speaking of our future.
Yes.
Right. We made a big announcement today.
We made a big announcement today that we are having our second annual Fanbase Investathon next week, October 8th at 8 p.m. live right here.
So excited.
Right here. Tamisha is going to be co-hosting with us. So she'll be back again. Like she's becoming part of the family over here.
I am part of the
She's
family.
leading the charge. She's making, look, like I say, people listen to black women. It's like, Tamisha need to say everything. Like she need to do all the announcements because y'all pay attention when she talks.
People pay attention to you, Isaac.
No, they don't. They be like, they tired of hearing me. They want to hear you talk. So we're doing a live invest event, which will include, we're streaming live on Roland Martin's YouTube channel, Beehive TV's YouTube channel, Real Life Productions, so Real Life Street Stars out of Texas. We're live streaming on that channel. We're live streaming on Not All Hood podcast channel. Shout out to the guys over there and more. We're going to simulcast on multiple YouTube channels live. And the goal is to close this race because, again, I want to build things faster and better. We'll have some special guests. We'll have some special announcements.
That's right.
For sure. So we want people to tap in and tune in.
You know, man, I've been with you, since 2019, and I can say without a doubt that you have turned Fanbase into a cultural moment. How do you see Investathon continuing that?
Because I want people to look back and be like, yo, like I put money into this company and I actually had a say so in how it was designed. I like being disruptive. I don't like people telling people what they can do. I want artists to be like, yo, I make more money using Fanbase than I do making records.
Yeah.
I want athletes to be like, well, look, bro, I know my last contract was $100 million, but I'm making that on Fanbase, so I'm gonna need $400 million.
Yeah. Or
I'm like, what we doing? So I think the ability for people to actually have equity, because I don't think anybody's ever done that before. In the way that we're doing it with equity crowdfunding, allowing people. That's why I like equity crowd. The combination of equity crowdfunding and social media is a perfect marriage because it allows people to have ownership of an asset that, given the right person, can actually increase the value of the asset.
own a piece of the platform that you make popular.
Yeah, and what's interesting, because I mean, look,
Sure.
people raise money for all types of different things. They raise money for beverage brands or jet engines or medical supplies, and a lot of these things are things that either can be built or kind of B2B, products, not B2C products. So the business to consumer relationship that you can have, or consumer to consumer relationship that you can have on Fanbase as an equity partner ownership, is really what makes Investathon powerful, because where I'm trying to tell people, like, yo, investing is just a huge part of the conversation, especially with young people. Again, this is my call to all of the content creators on platforms like Instagram and TikTok and Clubhouse. Like, get a piece of this company and do the same thing that you're doing over there, over here, and make money on the front end and have ownership on the back end. You have pride when you own something.
Yeah.
Yeah. Pride to be like, I'm an owner. I got a piece of that company and I'm over here.
And you're going to put more work into that. You're going to put more effort into that platform because you know that you are part owner.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
That's the hard work.
So I want to zero in on that for a minute, right?
Mm-hmm.
You have, extending the question of a cultural moment, you've made fundraising and the Black community a cultural moment. Because prior to Fanbase, right, now we got Spill, we got the Black Bread Company, right? Culture Wireless. There are so many more companies that are coming out of the woodwork, right? But it all started when you first started preaching about it, man.
Mm-hmm.
Since then, and you've seen all these companies come to life. What's going through your head, man?
That I'm investing in them. So, I mean, because I've invested in Black Bread Company, I invested in Culture Wireless, I invested in Crown and Hops, I invested in, who else? It's a bunch. Like, every time somebody comes out with an equity crowdfund that's Black, I want to put some money into it, because it's just, again, it's a way of becoming part of companies that normally you'd have to be an accredited investor and go through all this craziness. And I'm like, I'd rather, and for us, it's the opportunity to serve as an example. Like, Fanbase is going to succeed, but the part that I'm going to love the most out of it is going to prove that you can put equity into something and scale it and exit. And we can do that with anything. We can do that with news. We could do that with any kind of business that we want to support, especially the ones that Black culture make popular. That's why I like shout out to Culture Wireless, because I'm like, yo, I mean, if we can get, here's a crazy stat. So shout out to BAM and Culture Wireless. When Ryan Reynolds, when they started Mint Mobile, they got to, I think, 1.5 or maybe 2.5 million users, and they sold for like $3 billion.
Yeah.
It's about the people.
Yeah, but I mean, think about that. There's 48 million Black people in the United States of America. You telling me that if we all went and bought some Culture Wireless and then use that sale plan, that I could be part of a company that sells for $3, $4, $5, $6, $7 billion? That's why people don't get. It's like, if we're not doing these large deals where we have equity in them and then scaling them up, so I'm like, oh, everybody invest in Culture Wireless, switch your service over to Culture Wireless, which is backed by T-Mobile. So it's not like it's the same thing. It's literally like Mint Mobile was just a skin over T-Mobile. It's just to capture a market share. It's like, oh, because people out there don't necessarily always like people are contrarian. I don't like T-Mobile. I don't like AT&T. Okay, I'm gonna try Mint Mobile. Bruh, it's still T-Mobile. You just don't know.
Right.
You're using T-Mobile and you don't even know it. So the same thing for Culture Wise. It's like, okay, I don't like that, but there's a mission into what BAM is doing, which is also data sharing, like unused data sharing and getting data in impoverished and data deserts in Black communities, and you can own part of the company. So I think I'm glad to be a part of that.
Yeah.
So, Miss Tamisha, I don't want to leave you out of the conversation, but for you as a consumer, what do you think the impact will be in investing at large in companies that are represented by us?
So, I was talking to someone the other day, and I hope this answers your question, but this is in the forefront of my mind. And we were talking about a company. I think we have to get in the mindset of if we are investing in a Black company, we are investing in ourselves. And we have to get out of the mindset of, okay, well, if I'm promoting this company, how is it helping me? How is it helping my company? I have my own agenda. We are all one. At the end of the day, if it has to come down to any side kind of situation, we are all one. And so it's so incredibly important that we look at it like that. And when you are investing in Fanbase, you are investing in yourself, you're investing in your company, you're investing in your brand, and you're amplifying us. You're amplifying the culture as a whole. So don't look at it as, oh, well, what about me? We are you. And that's what I want people to understand when you're investing in a fan base or any Black organization that you choose to invest in or that you're thinking about investing in. Think about yourself being a part of a bigger ecosystem.
So, well, how about this too? Also, the very first time you came here, I think when you first came here, you talked about the urgency of what we are in this time right now, what we need. I want you to again reiterate that, because that's part of why it's important that we own these platforms, or that it's important that Fanbase exists, because we are in a crisis. I don't want people to forget what you initially
said. We don't want to forget, because now, and I say that, I said that back in August, and now we see that we're in a crisis. We said this, that we are in a crisis in August, and now we see that that is actually happening. We have to be able to, now that you see that Trump and the administration these apps are going to be government managed, that's scary. And so that's why it's so important for us to be able to tell our stories the way that they really are, the way that they should be told. When I came to you initially, Isaac, about, I said, Fanbase is an emergency. It is an emergency, and it still is, and it will continue to be. And so when you're thinking about, okay, I have all of this going on Instagram, I have this going on TikTok, start slowly, start migrating and building your community on Fanbase slowly, so that when something does, when it happens, you're already set on Fanbase. You don't have to scramble. So that's what I want people to do. Don't think about it as, don't wait until it's too late. For one, it's already late. So start migrating over now, so that when your voice is suppressed, when you do start getting demonetized and deprioritized, you've already set up some place that's healthy for your business and for your brand.
Yeah, we gonna call you predicted the future.
No.
In less than a month, Tamisha came here like, we in trouble, and people, TikTok got bought, Jimmy Kimmel got kicked off the air. It's
scary.
It's crazy. It's happening.
Scary time.
It's happening in real time. And I think, the weird part about it is, I don't think people think it's not happening. Like, that's why people are like, wake up. Like,
yes.
You don't think it's happening. It's happening, fam. TikTok is about to be over with. Like, wake up. It's going to be out of here. Like,
it's somebody called Spike. Huh? Somebody called Spike.
Right, exactly. Yeah. Wake up. It's not that when you think about TikTok, it's not going to be what you're used to. It's not going to be that. So you're holding on to something that's dead. It's dead.
Yeah.
It's over.
They're holding on to the idea of what it meant to them.
Yes.
It's the nostalgia of something that is no longer.
It's a ghost.
Yeah, you can't hold on to that. They're gonna change it up. I mean, we had a call. We talked to some creators recently, and that was the first thing the creator said. He goes, I know all of us are trying to ignore the fact, but TikTok is over with. This app is going away. This app is not gonna be the app it was. Even if it's still here, the app is finna die. So what are we finna do? Like, where are we gonna go?
Yeah.
Where's the next move?
And even if it's the same, if it feels the same, trust me, it's not. They are working their magic in the background. So it may be a year from now when you're like, oh wow. Start migrating. Do yourself a real big favor. Be a business person and start migrating.
As we're running up on time, my question to you is, we've had a version where we've been here before. Earlier, we were talking about Black Wall Street.
Mm-hmm.
Right? And unfortunately, as a result of it being booming in businesses, people wanted to destroy what Black people had created, right?
Mm-hmm.
So as there's a great saying, history doesn't repeat, it rhymes, right?
Mm-hmm.
So as we're here in 2025 and you're building it up, as well as advocating for other Black businesses to be invested in, what is your words to the detractors and to the haters?
Oh, I don't have any. I mean, I don't have anything to say to them. Keep watching. Like, watch us. I mean, you didn't think we'd get this far. I promise you that much. I promise people didn't think that. They were like, yo, that's what I like about all of us working together and doing this, is because I know there's people out there believing like, this ain't finna work. He's not finna do it. And you have to speak affirmative. You have to speak life and success into the things that you want. And it's got to sound crazy. Like, oh, Fanbase is going to be the biggest app in the world. Segue back to Cenat. Cenat, there's a video of him. It's like 2019 or 2020. He's talking to himself. He's like, hey, future Kai. And he's talking to the camera. He's like, you're going to be one of the biggest streamers of all time. And you're going to look back at this one day and be like, wow, I actually did that. And he did it. You have to speak it like that. And
we have to believe in ourselves more. Black people, we have to really believe in ourselves a lot more. We really understand the weight that we hold and the power behind our engine. Like, we don't get it, because if we did, we would be investing in Fanbase like crazy. It's like, oh yeah, we got it. We have this. Somebody has a platform for us. Let's do it. We don't believe in ourselves.
The most insane thing about what you just said is we have the data that shows it.
Proves it.
It proves it. We even have the proof. It's not like you. Like I said, if this isn't a real algorithm, this is not a real question. Ask yourself this: if Black people plus social media equals $1 billion pop culture platform, then why not own one?
Yeah, because we don't believe that we're doing it.
Yeah,
we believe that the app is doing it. No, we're doing it.
No, but I don't believe that. I really don't, because I don't believe they think that the NFL is making the football players good, or
I believe that they believe that Instagram has made them great.
Right.
I believe they believe TikTok has made them great. Right. No, you've made TikTok great. You've made Instagram great. You've made YouTube great. Now, how about investing in yourself and make yourself great?
Yeah, we definitely don't. We definitely have this kind of like boogeyman mentality, or we don't believe, or, and one of the things about me, I'll say this personally for me, the reason why I'm so calm and centered in what I do is because I always say I have the best example of someone that people didn't believe in that was successful, right? Which is my dad. And the only reason I'm saying that is at a time when Black people were, we are still in the civil rights era. And this is a guy that was like, literally verbatim, this is what they said: they're not going to let no nigga win no Oscar. Imagine saying that. They're not going to let no nigga win no Oscar. You think you're going to win the Oscar, Isaac Hayes? Really? You? Memphis, Tennessee? They're not going to let you do that? And he did it. So I can't start anything and not believe that it's not possible. Yeah. I've seen somebody do it. I can never question it. I can never approach any situation with doubt if I don't work hard or believe or put in the effort or energy and pray and believe that God has a hand in all things that we do that are successful, that it can't be possible. There's no way I can't. Because you're talking about a guy, even forget the Oscar, my dad couldn't read and then graduated salutatorian of his high school. He couldn't play piano and taught himself how to play.
Wow.
So how do you go from that to creating a whole symphonic soul genre, combining strings and all this and setting the foundation for hip hop, and then winning Grammys and winning Academy Awards and all this kind of stuff, and setting off this whole soul generation where people are like, you a dark-skinned, ugly, Black nigga that they never gonna let win an Oscar.
Your father was fine. I don't know where you got that part from.
That's a clip.
I wasn't expecting that.
Your father was fine.
So, but the point of that is like, that's what I like, because it's like, I like when people doubt you. Like the Gemini, especially my Gemini energy, I got that. I'm telling you right now, say what you want to about a Kanye West or a Donald Trump, they believe in themselves.
Yes.
To the level of delusion.
Sure. Yes.
I believe in myself to a level of delusion. I believe that that Fanbase is going to be the largest social media platform in the world, to the level of delusion. I believe that I'm going to be one of the richest Black people that ever existed, a multi-billionaire operating tech infrastructure and allowing Black people to invest in it and own it. I believe that I'm going to take everybody that invested in Fanbase with me to a level that we all are able to create generational wealth. You have to believe that. And there's nothing from the past or the present that says it isn't possible. There's nothing about it that says it's impossible. Usually, that's why I take my ass home.
Yeah.
That's why I go here. That's why I go to the office. I don't want no distractions.
That's good.
I have a mission. I'm on the mission to make sure that we accomplish that. I know y'all want me to go to the strip club and come out to the party and all that. I'm like, bro, y'all understand how serious this shit is.
Yeah.
Because now it's becoming, the interesting thing about that is I didn't believe that I will say this. I believe that when we first started Fanbase, that it was something that was going to be disruptive, but I didn't know that it was going to become this necessary, this fast. Mm-hmm. Now it's necessary. Fanbase is not just disruptive. It's like, it's necessary.
Yes.
It's needed.
Yes.
Because before it's like, yeah, I'm going to go in here and just ruin the party for the music industry, the TV and film industry, and sports entertainment, allow everybody to democratize and make money off subscriptions. But now it's like, no, we need this to get the word out and have a message and communicate.
That's it.
And so it's necessary. That's why we're doing Investathon. Fanbase has to succeed.
Yes.
It has to succeed. It's going to succeed. And there's nothing about any of this that we're doing that if we all don't work together, it will succeed. I promise you, the same way. I said this 2 years ago, there's 48 million Black people in the United States of America. If half of us just downloaded Fanbase, just download the app, made a profile, and migrated our content, that app would be Fanbase would be sitting at the top of the App Store. My phone will be ringing off the hook like, Isaac, what do y'all want? Because we want to be a part of this.
Yeah.
We about to build the best social media platform on the planet. This is what we about to do. It's doable. And that's why other cultures believe, like you said, other cultures believe they make the platform. We believe the opposite.
Yes.
And white folks got mad at Elon and said, we're going to blue sky, $700 million valuation in 60 days, 90 days. Same thing for Fanbase. But everybody that went over to blue sky don't own part of blue sky. I'm saying let's do the same thing and own part of it. Invest and then move. So invest, right? Buy a piece of the company, migrate your content, move on over, and tell everybody and watch what happens.
Yeah.
So with that being said, sir, remind them one more time, when is Investathon?
Investathon is next Wednesday at 8 p.m. live right here at Fanbase headquarters with special guests. I'm not going to say who. We'll be dropping names over the next 7 days right before, we kind of keep it suspense. But I've been reaching out to some real people in content creator space and the media space. That's what I really wanted to focus on for this, because it's the most important to those individuals. Those are the two people the content creators that have built these platforms and the people that are in media that have been pushed off of mainstream media. That's the two most important groups of people that matter for this Investathon and using Fanbase. And so that's why we're doing it.
All right, sir.
So, startengine.com/Fanbase to invest. And we will see you next week on another episode of Invested right here on Fanbase.
Invested.